Welcome back and welcome to my review of a system called CeraThrive. Now, what is it? What does it do? How did I find it? Let's find out. Okay, so why have I ended up testing a product called CeraThrive, which is designed to work on the brain-gut axis? Why is that relevant to me as a chiropractor? In short, I was interested. So a few of my patients mentioned this system, asked me my opinion on it, and I didn't have an opinion on it. So I approached the company. I actually spoke to the founder, Sarah Turner, explained why I was talking to her, why I was reaching out to CeraThrive. I said I was interested in how this product worked, how it could maybe fit into managing my patients potentially, but more generally, just if general health could improve if people were to use this system. When I talked to the guys at CeraThrive, they were more than happy to let me have the product, to have a look at it, to use it. I've done that for 3 months. They actually asked if I would enroll and essentially trial the product properly for 3 months, and then the data from the wearable, my Apple Watch, could be used, and maybe we could glean some insight into how it worked for me. So that's actually what we did. So I participated in 3 months of usage of CeraThrive. I also got to test the product out during that time, see what I thought of it, see about the build quality, and it'll be interesting to see those data analytics when they come back. So just to touch upon the analytics and the data slightly, I have used the product. There is some data from my wearables. Probably need to do some due diligence and talking to the guys at CeraThrive before we actually talk about what those numbers showed. But just on the surface of looking at it, it does look like some basic general things have improved in the last just over 3 months since using CeraThrive. So that is really important. So what does CeraThrive actually do? Well, it basically uses near-infrared light. There's 4 different wavelengths that all affect cells in the body slightly differently. It does work on the circulation and the formation of ATP within our system, and it's designed to support the brain-gut axis and how those two communicate with each other. So this is really interesting because why is the gut of interest to a chiropractor or somebody else who isn't a specialist in that area? Well, we all know the brain is so special, and pain, brain function, they work literally in harmony. So if then the gut is involved in how the brain can function and vice versa, that all becomes one thing in my mind. So the lady who created this, Sarah Turner, her background is in clinical neuroscience. A very impressive lady. I spoke to her briefly at the start of this when I was asking if there'd be a partnership to me to test CeraThrive. Really interested to hear her talk. She's obviously very passionate and has got a lot of information to share. And I think that's evident in the product I've tested. So CeraThrive comes with a really user-friendly and intuitive app. I found it really simple to get the system logged onto the app and then to just simply start receiving the treatments from the system. So there's 6 different individual programs that are energy, balance, resilience, perform, focus, and meditate. Now, all these 6 different programs or 6 different options will use slightly different frequencies, which will target different areas within the brain. So they're allowed to do slightly different things with the 6 different programs. Now, I found the system really simple to set up and use, as I mentioned previously. We're going to go ahead and look at that now. So in terms of using the product itself, you'll have a body panel, like so, and that comes with a strap. I did an unboxing video, which you can probably link here and look at the in-depth opinions I had on the build quality, etc. CeraThrive. This is more just the usage, but you'll have the body strap then, which I've attached already, and that then will go around the abdomen. So that's fairly straightforward, easy to do, easier to administer. You've got the USB-C charging for both the body panel and the head panel, which is really good these days. Micro USBs are a bit outdated. So that's fantastic, really easy to apply, fairly firm around your abdomen, simple as that. Okay, so moving on to the headpiece. Now this is really easy to install as well. You've got 2 aspects. You've got the forehead right across here, and you've got the light unit that has to go on the back of your head as well. So placement of this is fairly important, but it is quite simple to do. Now, I've already tightened these so that it nearly suit my head. You'll have to do a little bit of maneuvering when you first get your product, but it's really easy to get these to fit snugly. So it should be no gap at the back, nice and firm, and the same across your forehead here in conjunction with the body panel. So CeraThrive is an FDA-listed device. It's built to medical standards. It comes with a full 1-year warranty. All the contraindications, all the usages, how you should use it, are all listed within the paraphernalia it comes with the product. So it is a very well built, very well delivered, and an overall very professional product in my opinion. So now we know how to get the device, the body panel and the head panel fitted correctly. It's time to turn the device on. Again, really simple. So we start with the headpiece. On the top, you have a button. Press and hold. And a nice satisfying noise and blue light, which indicates it's fully charged, comes on and the front piece is lit. Now, nothing will happen with the headpiece until you activate in the app and you select which program you want to use. Okay, so that's really simple. And then with the body panel, button here, press and hold, and on the system comes. So really simple to turn both bits on. That body panel will start working as soon as you turned it on, and then you select the adequate program or the program you desire in the app which you look at next, and then you can begin your treatments. So here you can see how easy it is to open the CeraThrive app. The unit isn't connected, so we're connecting at the moment. No device found, waiting for Bluetooth. And there it is, we click connect, and then the device is connecting. It's as easy as that to get going. We now click on start your session, choose our program, which in our instance is resilience. You see the little tick, and then away we go. And that timer is starting, and that's how easy it is to pair with a device when it's completely disconnected from Bluetooth and the session is starting in under 30 seconds. Here we'll see how easy it is if your device is already turned on and connected. Straight away it loads. We click start session, again select our resilience program, click start, and away we go straight into the program. So using CeraThrive is really simple and the app is really intuitive and makes it a real straightforward process. So treatment times with CeraThrive are around about 10 minutes long. So it doesn't take a long time to get your sessions in. Personally, I like to do mine in the evening time, once I've done everything I need to do, once my children are in bed and I'm sitting down sort of trying to get some relaxing time in, that's when I use my CeraThrive, and I find that works really well for me. But you can do it at any time of the day. However, it is worth mentioning consistency is key here. You do need to be using the system between 3 and 5 times per week to see the changes that you probably want to see. So how did I find CeraThrive? Now, I really enjoyed using it. I enjoyed the routine it gave me of the evening time and setting that time aside, I suppose, to do something for myself. I also found the product just really easy to get along with. It wasn't hard to set the programs. It wasn't hard to get going. It didn't take a lot of preparation. It was as simple as turning it on. Once you've got the system set up to fit you and your body panel and the straps are set, it's really easy to pop the system on in 30 seconds to a minute, turn the system on, open your app, and within 60 to 90 seconds, you're beginning your treatments, which, as I said, lasts 10 minutes long. Now, I noticed a definite change in my sleep, probably my clarity, and I would say a little bit my mood as well. I've got a lot of things going on with general life and business and work, as most people have, and I did notice quite a clear change in those things over the 3 months period. So I was super impressed with CeraThrive. I think it's a really excellent choice. So as I mentioned at the outset, when I approached CeraThrive to trial this product, they asked me if I would use it for 3 months, trial it, give it my honest opinion, my day-to-day thoughts, and then also track my wearable data. For me, it's an Apple Watch, to see if there was any changes and anything that we could maybe look at and utilize from a research point of view. Now, I probably need to speak to the guys at CeraThrive before we talk about my data. I think there was some potentially good overall changes from my trackables, from my wearable. But you know, the guys there at CeraThrive have done a lot more in depth, so with far more people. And I think there's some correlation of the data needed. But from what I gather, there has been overall a general improvement across the board in general health markers, which is not surprising to me, having used the system for 3 months and having done a fair amount of reading and research into it. That doesn't surprise me. But yeah, really good, really interesting. And I think those results that I just mentioned will probably continue to be echoed when people start buying and using this product more. So final thoughts from me, would I recommend this product for you to use? The answer is yes. This is not a paid advert. I've been given no financial incentive to say that whatsoever. That's my general thoughts. I've been interested in the brain-gut axis for quite a long time. I've done some surface reading into it. I've probably read enough to know that it was something that definitely was there and could have a big impact on general health and even things like pain from my world, like a chiropractor. But having had the system, having read the paraphernalia that comes with it, and then doing my own deep dive and probably more in-depth research into it, I certainly think there is a lot of purchase in what this is trying to do. I think the system is along the right lines, and it will maybe not work for every single ailment and every person, of course. I'm not saying that. But I reckon there's a lot of positive benefits for general health and probably some more specific stuff from using CeraThrive. Now, I would urge you all to just go and do your own reading. Don't ever believe what I say. You shouldn't believe what anyone says just because someone says it. But that is my personal opinion. I've been given no incentive to say that. That's generally what I feel, having researched and used this product for the last 12 to 13 weeks. And I do think it is really, really good.